Most helpful to be able to hear what I have to say. Testing, Myrtle. Okay, so we got one more camera to put into the proper place. This is the place, the Friday night place. Da 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 la la da da. Happiness and grace. Okay, so let's turn on the Christmas room. One step at a time. One step at a time. Da 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 da. Okay, so what's missing? You're missing. We got people. We got friends. We got family. They are all here. Let's turn on the bubble lamps. 5, 4, there they go. All red, all green. Voila. We are in the house. Yeah, but do we have a microphone hot? Yes, Myrtle, Myrtle, Myrtle. Are you there, Myrtle? Myrtie. Hey, look at everybody that's in here. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. So, here we go. We are ready to rock and roll. Did I connect up the hand cam? That's my salt. The 90D. The 90D is still in the house. Look at that. We have the 90D. So where is the hand cam? The heck with the hand cam. We'll just come here. We'll settle down. We'll put some water and we'll start the show. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Welcome to October 15. October 14 was somebody's birthday. I don't remember who said it was their birthday, but they said it was their birthday on October 14th. My birthday was October 13th. Just so you know, just so you know. And you know somebody came down to see me, right? Do you remember who it was? Do you know who came down to see me? Drove all the way from Oklahoma. Oklahoma, there she goes. Yeah, it was Sly. Sly came in the house and she came down for my birthday. Spent the day with me on my birthday. I'm looking for a cable in case you're wondering, what is he doing? Isn't he happy where he is? Yes, he is. He's very happy where he is. Hi, Canon 90D. Hi, Nikon Z6. So it looks like we are ready to rock and roll. Anybody? Look who's here first, Sammy. Sammy is in the house. Sammy, I sing you a song. Sammy is in the house. Sammy the superstar. Sammy, Sammy. Wait, let's try the other mic and see. Do I have it running? Yes, I do. Sammy for thee. I had to rhyme it. I had to rhyme the words. Oh, Sammy, how are you? It's so good to see you here. Sammy, Sammy, you're a little fuzzy to me. All right, so Sam, I sang you a song, buddy. Where's the birthday boy? There he is, and Sammy is smiling. Sammy is happy. Happy, happy Sammy. Happy Sammy. Here's Chris. How you doing, Chris? You're in here early tonight. He's saying hi to Sam. And Sammy says, I can hear you. Do you hear what I hear? A child, something in the night. Let us bring him silver and gold. Okay, so we've got Chris. I got to see the official turn on of all the lights. Yeah, I started doing that. It's more fun when we all participate. You watch, I do the work. I have to turn on this switch and that switch and that switch and this switch and so on and so forth. But it makes it so much more personable since this is pretty much family. Sammy says, I can hear you. And Scotty says, tonight we have sweet and sour meatballs, a deli tray with crackers. Do you have the sour cream dip? I made some for Sly, and she liked it. But the trouble is, we ate it all up. Now I'm looking for more sour cream dip. That's what's happening. So, Bob, you're in here early tonight. What you doing, Bob? What you doing? Oh, already the comments have screwed up. The good news is, not the comments, see where it says Z6? That's not the Z6. Okay, the Z6 is over there. All right, so this is the ZFC, the chicken, KFC. Hi, Peter, happy birthday. Wait a minute, don't go so fast. Don't go away so fast, Bob. Where did Bob go? Oh, there he is. Happy birthday, thank you. Wednesday was your birthday? I'm going to sing you happy birthday, okay? So they did find out what the problem is, why the tags are changing, and it changed right at the beginning. So I spoke with Glenn, and they are working on getting it fixed because it does change. He found it. He's able to reproduce it, thank God, because I was thinking, they were thinking I was going to be, I'm nuts. I'm not nuts. It changes the camera all by itself. So let's finish with Bob. I have a problem with his birthday was Wednesday because I was entertaining. My friend sang happy birthday to me and uploaded the video. Check it out. So we can go to Bob Asbury. We can look at the video, but in the meantime, I hope I have the reverb on here. Happy birthday to Bob. Happy birthday to Bob. Happy birthday, Bob Asbury. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Bob. Happy birthday to Bob. Happy birthday, Bob Asbury. Happy birthday to you. How old are you now? For the tough one. How old are you now? How old are you, Bob Asbury? How old are you now? There we go. We got Bob Asbury. Let's get it back on the correct microphone here. And I sang happy birthday to him. But it was somebody's birthday yesterday also. So we've got a number of birthdays going on just this week. And it was my birthday. Happy birthday to me, Peter Gregg. Happy birthday to me, Peter Gregg. Happy birthday to Peter. Happy birthday to me. Okay, by the way, the CD pre-orders are open. We opened, Sly pushed the button. And on Wednesday, I went live for like 9 minutes. Sly was here. She drove all the way down from Oklahoma to spend the day with me on my birthday. I was so honored. I was extremely honored. What a wonderful, nice, sweet lady. We did spend the day together. She took me out for ice cream. We made a video in here live, and I think it was the first time Sly was ever live in her whole life. I think that was her live debut, and she did it like a champ, perfectly. And then she left, I think it was the next day, and she went up, I think she said she was going to be seeing Charles, and Lewis came by, and she saw Lewis and Aiden, and she bought Aiden a beautiful little gift, which was very sweet of her, right? And I was very impressed. So we got to see, we had Lewis and me and Sly all together at one time. Now, we didn't get all in here live. I should have done something like that, but it didn't work out. Actually, here is Mr. Camera Junkie right now. He's saying hello to everybody. Let's give Lewis our love. His brother did pass away. I think it was this week. So that is that's a very serious thing. This is not something to take lightly. So Lewis says his dad is taking it very hard, and Lewis is there comforting his dad. So let's all of us as a family gather around Lewis and comfort Lewis. And just, how do we comfort somebody? We just show them our love. We show them our love. What else are we going to do? So we send our love. But Lewis was in good spirits. He was so happy to see and meet Sly in person. So actually Lewis had a really, Lewis is Mr. Camera Junkie, if you guys are wondering who's he talking about. So Lewis went to New York and got to see a lot of the YouTube content creators. I'm sure you're going to hear all about it tomorrow night at 11 o'clock when he goes live, unless something interrupts his broadcast for some reason. But he's got ups and he's got downs. He's got Aiden, which is a full-time job. What a beautiful boy. I mean, Sly got to meet Aiden, and I think Aiden smiled at Sly. I'm not sure, but I think he did, because Aiden doesn't smile. He doesn't talk either. So I think that was nice. And Aiden absolutely, positively loved the little gift that Sly brought down just for Aiden. So Scotty says, happy birthday week, Peter. Let's go, Brandon. There we go, there we go, there we go. Brandon, happy birthday week, Peter. Is it Brandon's birthday? All right, somebody will set me straight. Somebody always sets me straight. Okay, Sammy says, I'm so happy to hear that your album is coming out soon. Yeah, the pre-orders are open, which means if you want to support me, thank you, obviously. Okay, on Sunday nights, we do get the super chats. But if you want to support me, you actually get something in return other than just a hug from me. You can pre-order my album. Right now it's set up where I pay the shipping and you get a free digital download, because some people have no use for the CD. They only want the files. So it's all in one, and it's in the description down underneath the video. Okay, so you can go down there. And you can also keep track of me as to what songs I've got finished. So I did finish another song yesterday or today. I was so happy. Sly put me in a really good mood, so I finished another song. So we got one more song to do, and then it's off to the place that makes, prints, and presses out the CDs. So it's closer to the market than I actually thought, which is excellent. So if you want to participate in that, and I would like you to, okay, I'd like to get a CD into your hands, go to petergregg.com. The link is in the description. Ray is in the house. We talked about you, Ray. Yes, we did. Hi, Peter and company. Are you meeting your CD sales goals? I don't know. I don't know what my goals are. I don't know who was going to buy it and who wasn't going to buy it. So, you know, I think we sold, what, 5 or 7 on my birthday. So those are kind of like special. And because those were purchased on my birthday. So it's kind of like a little birthday nudge towards me, which I appreciate. Let's move that little chair. I stubbed my toe and it hurts like H-E-X, hex, okay. There was a corn that was developing on that toe, and I smashed the corn. And ever since, the little toe is like swollen. It's like, oh my God, what's going to happen with that? So thanks, Ray. Thank you for your good wishes, your best wishes, your love. I love you too, dude. Thank you for being there with me, for me. You've been here a long time. So I give you Thanksgiving gratefulness for being here. Here I am closer in case you can't see me. Can you see me now? Can you see me now? Okay, so that's the 90D of all things. Can you believe it? That's the Canon 90D. Let's lower the brightness down just a little bit. I didn't fine-tune it in all that much because it's going back really soon, but it looks pretty good. So we've got Gary. Gary Beller is here with us. Hi, Peter. I hope you had an amazing birthday. I did. I had a wonderful birthday. Sly made it wonderful. She even woke me up. Wake up. Get your butt out of that bed. I'm going like, who is this? Who is talking to me? And so, but I made hamburgers and the Greek spinach pie and baked a potato and potato chips. And she brought dessert and she brought gifts. Here, let me show you what she brought me. She said it's time that we get another little puppy in here. So she brought me this guy. We need to get a name for this guy. But look, he actually moves. I'm going to bring it back up here so you can see. Okay. So Sly brought me this. All right, listen.
Charlie, oh St. Nicholas, lean your ear this way. Don't you tell a single soul what I'm going to say. Christmas Eve is coming soon. Now you dear old man, whisper what you'll bring to me. Tell me if you can. All the stockings you will find hanging in a row. Mine will be the shortest one. You'll be sure to know.
Rough? It barks. Isn't that, you push the paw and it starts that and it flaps its ears. It's like a fly. And this thing shakes. I'm holding on with both hands to try to keep a hold of it. So I put it over here in Jingle Bell's chair. So Jingle Bells has like a little, maybe it's his son. How you doing? Okay, so he's got a little cap on him. So I'll put him over there. And so we do have another little puppy dog in the house. Now we need a name for him. And no, it cannot be Jingle Bells. So that's Gary. I left off with Gary. Thank you, Gary, for the happy birthday. Here's my buddy, Randy. Randy's having a little bit of a vacation himself, but he found himself in a storm. You know, rain and everything, and the waters are rising, and Randy is watching out the window of his house, and the waters are rising higher and higher and higher. And then Randy says, I'm thinking of packing up Buddy and all the pets and the animals. We might have to get out of here. The water would not stop rising. And then in the middle of the night, it kind of stopped raining, and I haven't talked to him since. Are you still treading water out there, Randy? Actually, this camera here is the ZFC, the KFC, and this guy actually is the camera that Randy sent me. So Randy put a camera in here for my birthday, Nikon ZFC, and I purchased the Viltrox. I almost can't say it. 35 millimeter 1.8 lens. So hi Randy, thank you for blessing the Christmas room and blessing me. You're an awesome friend. I appreciate it. Sammy is saying all of your songs are stuck in my head. Can't get you out of my head. So that is, Sammy went to the video conference too. And I think he got to meet a lot of people. I think Doc Rock was there all the way. He flew from Hawaii. His arms must have been exhausted. So that was a joke, okay? I do the cornball jokes. That's part of Peter Gregg. It's just part of it. What can I tell you? So Sammy says all of my songs are stuck in his head. I've sent him a couple of the MP3 files as I'm creating them so he can hear it. Sammy is musical himself. He plays the drums. He knows a lot about microphones. You know, of course, I was singing before Sammy. I was drumming before Sammy. We have a competition going on. Me and a teenager. Let's see who's going to win. Probably the teenager, right? So, I love you, Sammy. Thank you for being here. Norma's in the house. Merry Christmas, Peter, and good evening, Greggies around the world. It's a rainy night in Georgia. No, it's a rainy night here in Toronto. Toronto, the family is fed, the chicken is deceased. All is right with the world. So guess what they had for dinner? They killed the chicken, and now it's in their tummies. Okay, it's in their tummies. So Norm had chicken for dinner. In case anybody was wondering, what did Norm have for dinner? Well, Norm had chicken. So my little toe is hurting, so I'm going to get the weight off of it. I smashed it into the wall, but it was developing a corn. You know what a corn is? Don't ever get one. They're not fun. Make sure your shoes fit well. So the toe with the corn, I smashed it into the wall, and now it's like swollen 3 times the size. So Sly has me actually soaking it in Epsom salts. So it's not right now, but when we finish the show and I go to my chair in my room, I'm going to stick my foot in the bucket. Sammy says, Silent Night is still one of my favorites. Oh, thanks for letting me know, Sammy. I didn't know which song was the one that you liked. Remember, guys, anybody that wants to buy the CD, the pre-orders are open. It's actually working. Thank you for the people that actually bought it. I do think the last I saw there was 5 orders that came in on my birthday, which is special to me because Sly opened the pre-orders on my birthday. Okay, kind of try to make it special. You know, you make things special sometimes. Okay, let's start the pre-sales on my birthday. What a great idea. So since Sly was here, she pushed the button and got the ball rolling, and then it took a little bit of time, I found out, for that link to propagate through the internet servers and stuff. So That happened Wednesday, so tonight is Friday. Norm says the Z6 seems to be struggling. I think it's Myrtle. I think she can't decide. Let's see if we can get back to her. I think she can't. I think the Z6 can't decide between my face and Myrtle. So what I need to do is probably, give me a second, okay? Okay, now I lowered it down. Let's see if it helps a little bit. I think this part here attracts the focus system. That's my guess, Norm. Just my guess. Mark is in the house. I love you, buddy. Thank you for being here. How's it going tonight? I heard you just turned 30. Congratulations. Yes, I turned 30. I turned 30 times 2 plus a little bit more. Okay, so I have to turn now because I'm on that camera. Does anybody know how to work this room? Such a hard room to work. So good to see you, Mark. I hope everything is going well up in Chicago. Chicago town, my kind of town Chicago is. This is a song, something goes like that. My kind of town Chicago is. Da la la la. So Mark is a photographer in his own right. Works heavily in black and white, does a great job. Norm says my birthday is at the end of the month. I will be the 31st anniversary of my 39th birthday. That's a good way to look at it. I'm going to have to figure out my numbers and tell you what anniversary it is of my what. Let's go down really low, 15 with me. So 15 and 15 is 30. So that's 30 and 30 is 60. And then another 7, 8 years. So this is the fifth anniversary of my 15th birthday. How's that, Norm? It didn't take me long to figure that one out. A little bit of time. But, you know. Oh, Lewis says Aiden loves the present. Aiden loves the present that Sly brought for him, which was so thoughtful. I mean, she drove all the way from Oklahoma to see me on my birthday, and she brought Aiden a present. Now, is that special or is that special? Eat your heart out. It's special. So Lewis says he's up in Hollywood. Aiden loves the gift. And Sammy says hi to Mr. Camera Junkie. Randy says, I'm so sorry, Lewis. He's talking about his brother. Lewis's brother has passed away, which is a major event in the lifetime of not only Lewis, but the family. This is like a piece of the family that has passed away. So we send him our love and surround him with our love. And that's what Randy's doing. He's saying, what did he say? I lost it. There it is. Sorry, Lewis, I'm praying for you and your family. So Lewis, God willing, will be up tomorrow night at 11 o'clock. He seemed in very good spirits. Gary says, Lewis, my love to you, brother. He seemed in good spirits. He was highly concerned about his dad. You know, for a dad to lose a son is a strong thing. So Lewis is dealing with that, plus Lewis is dealing with the loss of his brother. So Lewis's plate is very full right now. So that's why we need to surround him. And I do pray for all of you guys every single night without exception. And I don't think I have forgotten in ages. So that's from Gary. Thanks for saying that, Gary. That's cool. That's very nice of you. Lewis says, I got to meet Sammy Superstar. Oh, I want to hear all about it. How is Sammy? What does he look like? Is he short? Is he tall? Is he fat? Is he slim? Well, Sammy's got his own show, so we can just go over there and look. Speaking of Sammy, here he is right now. So you guys that want to see Sammy, you can go over to the red line. See where it says Sammy Superstar? You can't click on it, so don't try to click on it. But you got to remember, Sammy Superstar. You look it up and you'll see that same logo. See the logo that he's got? And Sammy's got some really cool stuff coming up. Kind of like Really cool intro stuff. So it looks really, really nice. I'm proud of you, Sammy. So Sammy says your pod mic that I gave you sounds so nice, Mr. Camera Junkie. Oh, that's cool. So Sammy gave Mr. Camera Junkie Lewis a pod mic in New York. If anybody can keep track of all this, God bless you, because I am confused. We have Sly from Oklahoma coming to Miami. We have Lewis from Hollywood coming to Miami. We have Sammy. We have Lewis going to New York. We have Sammy going to New York. Sammy met Lewis. Lewis met Sammy. It's a hell of a day at sea, sir. What movie was that from? So Lewis is thanking everybody for the well wishes and the special love, and let's just keep the love going to the man. This is a major loss in his life and his heart, and it's important. The new song is great. It's stuck in my head too. Yeah, I got a song done today. You know, the 12 Days of Christmas? I'm calling it the 12 Days of Peter. So I put a lot of the stuff that I like into the 12 Days of Christmas. You'll hear it when the album comes out. It's a bonus track, meaning there's 10 full songs, all Christmas, and I wrote one of them and I rewrote a second one, meaning I took a different song and put it together with another song and created one song out of it. So that's 2 originals, and then you've got the 12 Days of Peter, or a la 12 Days of Christmas. And that's coming down the pike too. I'm so excited. I can't wait till the album gets done and I can start mailing them out. You guys, you need to buy the album and I'll mail it to you free of charge. I'm not giving you the album free of charge. That's how I'm going to raise some money, you know, pay the bills. We've got some business to do. But rather than just take the donations, I got something to give you. I am so excited about that. That is like, wow. And it's nice. I listen to me. And I go, that be me? So, Sammy says, I want to buy a CD, but you said you were sending me one. But I don't want a second CD. Oh, Sammy, you got problems, buddy. You really got problems. The second Peter Gregg CD, the troubles that you have up there in New Jersey, I can't believe it. It's something else. There's Tom. There's my favorite Tom Buck in the whole wide world. I love you, Tom. I saw Heather today. There's something that I'm pretty sure she knows, but I wanted to say it to you. Okay? There's some people that wrote bad stuff. It happens. Okay? And I don't know if you were watching, because I know you watch when your wife is live, but not all the time. So somebody deleted it. Okay? Now, the people like that are watching the show tonight, they see it as deleted, but Heather, you, me, Sammy, Lewis, who else is running Ecamm? Aaron, we don't see that it was deleted. So I was going like, oh, Heather, please don't read those things. Please don't say anything, because they were gone. I looked to see if they were gone. I'm not a moderator there, and that's fine. Okay, no problem, because I'm not there all the time. Okay, but make sure you just mention to Heather when she sees the nasty stuff. Just assume that you or whoever your mods are on your channels over there, because Tom's got more than one channel. His wife has a channel. So Tom's channel is Tom Buck. Oh, by the way, Tom says, hi, Peter and everybody. Happy birthday. It's never late. It's my birthday week all week long. I sang very loud. Not sure if you could hear me over there. I heard you. A little bit out of tune, but I made up for it. I raised my pitch a little bit higher, and your pitch was a little bit low because you got a deep voice. You're a man, a really deep voice. So between the two, we averaged out. It was perfect. The whole country heard the song in its perfect form. So say hi. Tell Heather I said hi. I saw her today. She's cute as a button, as always. Smart as a whip. Don't ever get her mad. I'm pretty sure she would be a tiger. So thank you for being here. Sammy says Canon, 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 Sony, Nikon, Canon. Randy is putting out birthday hats. OMC Productions, one of my best friends in the whole world. Yes, you all are my wonderful closest friends. But OMC Productions, Osvaldo, is a professional high-end videographer and does high-end video for weddings, quinceañeras, and different kinds of productions. He's in the northeastern part of the United States. And actually, Osvaldo and me walked together into Apple. Osvaldo he's actually the one that walked me out of Windows and walked me into the iMac. And so along with my brand spanking new iMac, which was so pretty, this was in 2017, came Osvaldo. So I had my own personal mentor, I was going to say. He drives me with the whip. Get in there and learn it. Get in there and learn it. But I would say within, 2 to 3 weeks, Osvaldo, he had me beyond what I was able to do in the Mac, because I was using Vegas Pro. Because you record a video, you take it into your computer, you edit it, you process it, you color correct it, you dingle-dangle with the sound, and I was actually pretty good with Vegas Pro. And night and day, Vegas Pro was gone, and hello iMac, and I'm looking at it, and it's like, I don't know what to do with this thing. So Osvaldo was right there, taking my hand and walking me through all of Final Cut Pro. And now I have him to thank for getting me up to speed, and now I'm doing live, okay? So, and he does live from inside the Catholic Church. They've tapped him to actually broadcast during the pandemic some of the services for the church, and he's in there with, like, you think I got a lot of cameras with 4 or 5 cameras? I have no idea how he keeps track of them. But that's my buddy Osvaldo. So if you want to know who is the guru's guru for my iMac, it's Osvaldo. And then we've got everybody else that helps, including Randy, who's not in here only with the Apple that helps me, and with the Windows computer. So Lewis says, we're back, baby. Happy birthday to you, Peter. Thank you, Lewis. Oh, he's singing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to... Boy, Lewis, you sing wonderful. What an amazing singer you are, Lewis. That is just... Happy birthday to you. Bing. Happy birthday to you. Bing. Happy birthday, dear Peter. Happy birthday to you. Thank you, Lewis. I made the mistake of saying whoever sings me the happy birthday song, I have to sing it every time. Don't go doing the happy birthday song, okay? Unless you want to say happy birthday to somebody else. I will be glad to sing happy birthday to somebody else. So, Sammy says he wants me to sing Silent Night on my stream. Well, you be a good boy. You be a good boy, and Santa might grant your wish. Maybe. I have to see if I can actually do that. I would probably have to lip sync to myself. So Lewis says, no chicken today, Scott. No, Norm is the one that does the chicken. Lewis says, happy belated birthday, Bob. Bob, 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 Baran. Bob, 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 Baran. Let's change cameras. Bob, 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 let's change all those cameras. The ZFC, here we come. It's the ZFC, we're rocking tonight. Tonight, that was flat, okay. Lewis says, my chicken is deceased too. Boy, you guys all had chicken for dinner? Did I have dinner? If I had dinner, it wasn't memorable. So Sammy is saying hi to Lewis in Canada. Lewis says 31st anniversary of my 39th birthday. Yes, Lewis is 31. We just did a birthday for Lewis. Happy birthday, Lewis. We're going to get to know everybody. Grandma is back in the hospital, so let's keep her in our prayers. She needs your prayers. Everyone, thank you very much. So Lewis's grandmother is back in the hospital. So let's keep Lewis's... This is Lewis Canada now, not Mr. Camera Junkie Lewis. So this is this Lewis. Lewis Lazuka. Okay, his grandmother's is back in the hospital. So we can keep her in our prayers. and like Lewis is saying, praying for Lewis here in Miami. Well, actually Hollywood, which is in the Fort Lauderdale area. So when Sly left here, she went up into your area, Mr. Camera Junkie, and I kind of pushed her to go and check out, what's it called? The Hard Rock Cafe. So look up the Hard Rock Cafe, Hollywood, Florida, and that's where Sly went. The building looks like a frickin' 25-story guitar. It's just like a landmark. It is absolutely beautiful. Very, very beautiful. It's gorgeous. So she goes in there, and right off the bat, she wins money. So I put my hand out. Hello, it's my birthday. She was just, bye-bye, Peter. I was so glad to see you at your house all day. See you later. I'm driving back to Oklahoma. I got to take all these bags of cash with me, but that's okay. I'll suffer, no problem. So I was so happy to hear that. You know, and she comes all the way down. You know, it costs her money to drive all the way down. And she came with a friend, Susan. Okay, and Susan did her thing. She, of course, girls to the mall, off to the mall. Okay, and Sly came and spent the day and left quite late. That woman does not let me sleep. So, but it was a fun day, and I got ice cream. I got plenty of ice cream, and Sly got ice cream too. So Lewis is sending much love from Vancouver. Sorry for your loss, Lewis, Mr. Camera Junkie. That's from Sammy Superstar. Thank you, Sammy. That's very kind of you. You're a beautiful guy. You know that, Sam? Maybe that's why I love you. Okay. All right. Just a little bit. Peter, the 5th anniversary of your 15th birthday would make you 75. Take a 10% discount to calculate your actual age. Okay. So it's the 5th anniversary of my 15th birthday, and this week I got 10% off. I got a discount because of Norm. Thank you, Norm. You're always looking out for my best interests, and he got me a 10% discount. That's pretty cool. Sammy says, I'm a little taller, I think, than Lewis. But I'm going to come right behind you, Sammy. I'm going to grab you right in the ribs and tickle you. You're going right to the ground. Taller than I thought. Oh, he doesn't look so tall, huh? Who doesn't look so tall? Oh, he's taller. He's not short. Sammy's tall. He's a tall boy. Big, strong boy. That's what, you know. You raise him in the back country out there to be big, strong boy. Sammy says, okay, I'll have 2 CDs. You don't have to. I don't want you to suffer. I want you to be at peace. I want you to, when you hit your head on the pillow at night, I want you to just be calm and just fall asleep with that beautiful smile that goes on your face, Sammy. That's what we got. That's what we got. So Mark says he's got a maternity suit. Oh, no. Not bad. Mark's been hit with a maternity suit. I've been offered a maternity shoot. It's not really something I do. You can handle that with your eyes closed. But she's offering good money. Wait. I want to hear about this good money. Let's bring the good money back. She's offering good money, and she wants the photos to be more artistic. She also likes my look. Well, you're a handsome guy. She should like your looks, but if she's pregnant, she probably has a husband, so I wouldn't get my hopes up too high, Mark. Oh, she likes the look of your pictures. I get it. Okay. Well, if you want if you want to collaborate or you want to chit-chat about that, I've got some really good ideas for maternity shoots because I used to do maternities. So I have my signature shots, but I haven't seen a pregnant lady in a long time. So there's no maternity shoots going on here. So Mark says, would you shoot something you usually don't shoot? Mark, That is going to be so easy. You can do that, buddy, with your eyes closed. So yes, with money in hand, you take it and just apply your creativity. Make sure, without a shadow of a doubt, that you offer some of your black and white, style with the maternity shoot. That would make it gorgeous. Oh, I forgot. Sly is actually on the road now. So Sly, I wanted to make sure that you were able to hear me, unless she made it to her destination. I think she's in some state between Miami and Oklahoma. It's either Alabama, Mississippi, California. Maybe she stopped off in No, it's not between Miami and Oklahoma, California. Maybe she's up in Canada. So she might come by and visit you. Lewis, you're going to be in trouble now. If Sly gets a hold of you, you'll be making videos. Actually, I shouldn't pick on you because you've been doing a good job. You really have. You have been firing out those hashtag, what are they called? Shorts. And you got to make current ones and mix them in with your old ones, and people won't know the difference, and that'll ease you back into it, and you're going to have so much fun. You're going to go, what should I do today? And you go, I'm going to make a video short. And you're really good at that. Charles Dunkley is here. I never knew you were a coroner, Peter. Fantastic voice. Yes, I'm a crooner. I thought it said coroner. Well, I am older, and it is like 10, 12 feet. Actually, Sly was here. She measured it. So she would know how big it is from here to there. Okay, I think it was around 10 feet. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I think it was 9 feet. Hello, ZFC. I'm over here, buddy. I'm over here. Don't go, messing around. Okay. So Charles, yeah, I do sing. I sing, and let's see. Let's see if I could do this without messing everything up. Okay, what camera are we on? Let's go to the 90D because the 90D will be leaving. Let's zoom it in a little bit. Okay, now let's see if I can do a little portion of my Christmas song for you, Charles. It's a whole Christmas album. So there's 10 songs, 2 of which I wrote, and I also put on a bonus song. Now, if you want to know more, this is like my opportunity to shamelessly plug the album. You can go to petergregg.com. The link is in the description if you can't remember my name in 10 minutes. Okay. And it'll take you to my main website. Now, when you're at my main website, you'll see something that looks like me, okay? Click on it, and it'll take you to the page, and on that page is the songs that are on the album. So it's not only the songs that are on the album, the ones that are in green font, those are the songs that are done. I have completed those songs. Yeah, that's pretty good. I feel if you told me at the beginning of this year that, Peter, you're going to be making a Christmas CD this year, I'd be laughing you all the way to the floor. I mean, who in their right mind wakes up and says, I'm going to make a Christmas CD? But the thing is, people are giving me money, and I'm very, very grateful and thankful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm grateful and thankful. Okay? But I'm the kind of person that I want to give something back, like a thank you card or something. And I'm not writing thank you cards. I don't get addresses and all that stuff. So I figured, well, if somebody's going to give me $25, they're going to buy the CD. And I'm going to ship it to them. And I'm putting something back in their hands that's it's a nice piece. Ask Sammy, he'll tell you, okay? He's heard some of the songs. And he'll tell you right off the bat, he likes them, okay? And because of it's the pre-ordering, I'm giving the CD, I'm giving a free shipping, and I'm giving the digital download. Because like Woody, he's got nothing, there's no place to put the digital download. He says, I want the CD, okay? Someone like Sammy says, I don't want the CD, I want the digital download, or I want both. Or you don't know who wants to play something where. So you can go to the website, Charles, and you can keep track of me. You can see what I'm doing, keep me on track, and it's time to get my butt in gear and get it get the job finished. And the good news is I have only one more song to do. And you can see on the website which song that is, okay? So Lewis says, my mistake, Norm, we are the Chicken Gang. Chicken Gang checking in, okay? So you can see which songs I've done. Now, here's the hint. I just completed the 12 days of Peter. 12 days of Christmas. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me, and I rewrote the song from that part forward. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. You would be very surprised to see what it is. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. What? You gotta be kidding. You gotta look and see what it is. And a partridge in a pear tree. Okay, so you can go to the website, and I have not turned the 12 Days of Christmas green yet. I just finished it today. I have a live show to do. I didn't have time to go in there and change the font green. Okay, so that's where we're at. So I have been learning Final Cut Pro. I've been learning Logic Pro, which is the sister, brother, uncle, aunt, I don't know what you call it, to Final Cut Pro. But Logic Pro is a software from Apple. You buy it, okay? And it is 100% for musicians, for people that make albums, make songs. So I'm learning all about that from scratch. So what I know tonight compared to what I knew 5 or 6 months ago is a difference of night and day. I could barely sing, the shadow of your smile. No, this mic is not on. When you are gone, okay? That's about all I could do. Now, I could sing it, I could record it, I can mix it, I can make it come out like a professional song with a complete background track. Wow. I'm impressed, and it's me. Usually people are not impressed with themselves unless they're full of themselves. I heard you think that, so I said it before you had a chance. So, Lewis says, is anybody using Final Cut Pro? I have iMovie. I'm a master at iMovie and DaVinci. I am so lost. Well, I use Final Cut Pro. I probably can connect up into your computer and give you a little quick lesson on what goes where, how it goes, and stuff like that. So keep me in the circuit, and maybe we can hook up. It should be able to, because it's done through the internet and not through the telephone. So what I would do is I would send you a message, and it would say, Lewis, let me into your computer and let me control. And I'm trustworthy. You don't have to worry about it. I won't be touching anything I'm not supposed to be touching. And I will give you a tour so that you can get, like happened to me, a little bit of a boost up at the beginning. But if you're not going to do that, YouTube is wonderful. Find out what it is you're trying to do and ask YouTube the question, okay? And somebody has made a video like, how do I raise the volume of the sound? How do I lower the volume of the sound? How do I put a transition between clip A and clip B? How do I make it so it goes smoothly between them? All that stuff is on YouTube. When you lay down in your bed at night, okay, instead of doing whatever it is you're doing, watch YouTube videos on introductions to Final Cut Pro, and you'll be a master, and within 2 weeks, you'll be able to spit them out, just like that. Especially you, Lewis, you're very smart, number one. Number two, you want to crop it to 16:9, not this way, but this way, the tall way instead of this way. They got videos on that. So, the real master of Final Cut Pro is right here. This is Osvaldo. Thank you, Peter. You're the best. I love the Christmas songs. See, we got another thing for Christmas songs. I wanted to pre-order the CD, but I couldn't see the link on Wednesday. I will check again today. Well, thank you, Osvaldo. We'll talk on the phone. I'll help you through it. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Gary says, Sammy Superstar, Peter should autograph at least one of those CDs. That might not be a bad idea. Maybe I'll write him a letter right on the CD, right across my face. That would be good. Oh, so Gary is giving away my stuff now. Thank you, Gary. Are you in marketing? Mr. Camera Junkie. I drive by that building at least 40 times a week. Well, Lewis lives right in that neighborhood. Somewhere in the surrounding area is Hollywood, which is where that is. So Lewis sees that. I bet, Lewis, you've been watching that building go up with the scaffolding and everything. So that's kind of like a landmark out there. You can see it from I-95. You can see it from the Florida Turnpike. It sticks up way out of the ground. It's like a big, 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 huge guitar. So Mr. Camera Junkie he says, I have thousands and thousands of photos of the construction. I was just talking about that, of the hard rock guitar. That could be a theme one night for you. I bet you people would love to see the construction has started off as nothing, and now it's a sparkling, gorgeous guitar. And I think at night they really got it lit up really, really cool. So that's one that you got the upper hand on it from everybody else, Lewis. I'd take advantage of that, buddy. I really would. I didn't even think of that till now. I think I'm going to get the 90-day trial. Sly did that, and she used it for all 3 months. Month 1, month 2, month 3, for free of charge. Okay, and then finally, she decided to buy it. That will be January 13th, 2020 for me to decide. Well, I think by then you'll probably decide, there's 77 days left in 2021. 77 Sunset Strip. Here's Kip. How you doing? My favorite Kip in the whole wide world. Hi, Peter and everybody. My deepest condolences to you, Lewis. So, Lewis, Kip is sending condolences to you. And Kippy's in Malaysia. So, what is it? Almost 11 o'clock here at night. So, it's almost 11 o'clock in the morning for Kip. He's 12 hours ahead. That's how I get my news for tomorrow. I just check in with Kip and say, hey, how was tomorrow? Fine. Okay. Here's Anthony. Good evening and happy Friday, Peter and friends. Anthony, were you having a birthday? I know somebody said it was their birthday yesterday and I can't remember. I want you to tell me because I want to sing happy birthday to you if it was. I want to sing into that mic. I like singing into the mic. You know, boys and their toys, it's Peter and the mic. I like microphones. Mr. Camera Junkie is thanking Kippy. 71 days till Christmas. Oh, Sly has made it. She's made it to somewhere. She's there. Can you see her? Happy Friday, fellow Peter-tarians. So happy to see everybody tonight. I'm so happy to see you safe and sound. Either she's in a hotel or she's in her house. I don't know. I guess I'll call her at 3 in the morning and find out. Don't you dare call. Don't you dare wake me up. Sly, you can pick on me. I can handle it. But you're right. She's always right. She was here. She was right every time. I need to make the longer format. You're doing good with the... Did you hear me complain about your shorts? I did not complain about your shorts. I just think you need to make current ones instead of just recycling some of the older ones. Okay? I do like some of the older ones. It allows me to hear songs that I never even heard before. And because of you, I'm finding songs that I really like. Okay? But mix in some current stuff. And especially when you dance, you're really a good dancer. So let's get that butt in motion, dude. Okay? Don't just sit there. Shorts don't hit the YouTube notifications bell, unfortunately. It comes up in mine. Every time you put up a short... Okay, it comes up on my, when I do my subscriptions, you're right there. Sometimes you do 2 of them at the same time, okay? So I don't know, and I don't use the notification bell. I don't use it at all. I get enough email now, it's like out of both ears. So that's how I see when yours comes up, it notifies me that you put up something, okay? And it's always been shorts, so I gotta say it works with the shorts. So Randy says, Sly, did you make it back home safely? Second question, did you break even with winning that money? Sly doesn't like talking about money. I found that out. Okay, so how much did you win? Enough. What you gonna buy? Something. She's got an Oklahoma accent. So I hope she did really good with that win. And it's like, I put my hand out. Did you see anything in there? So it stays in her hands, which is good. Good for Sly. Good for Sly. So Norm says, Lewis, I'm sorry for your loss. My thoughts and prayers are with you and your family. And that's from Norm to you, Lewis, Mr. Camera Junkie. Randy says, oh, Sly, by the way, hi. Randy's all right. Randy is all right. Hey, Randy, do you know how to swim? No, it's not a joke. The water was rising over there. So Mr. Camera Junkie is saying hi to Sly. Aiden absolutely loves the gift. Osvaldo says the 90D seems to be front focused. It might be the glasses, okay? And it might be, this is a really old lens. This was my dad's lens, okay? It's a 24 millimeter 2.8 lens. I can, if I'm quiet, I can actually hear the focus motor going zit, 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 zit. It's not quiet at all. So I don't know how it's going to work on the 90D, and I don't know if my glasses are faking it out and it's actually focusing on, but it's a 2.8. So, you know, Osvaldo, at 2.8, it's got a little bit of a depth of field, honestly. I don't think the mic is tricking it. What's more in focus, my face or Myrtle? Who's more in focus? You guys that, I can't see it that well, plus my glasses are not in my hand. So is the 90D focusing on Myrtle, or is it focusing on this handsome, gorgeous face over here with two eyes, a nose, and a mouth, which is what it's designed to be looking for? It's called face focus. Okay, so let me turn the mic back. There we go. I don't know, that mic looks really sharp to me. My lips look pretty sharp too, so I really can't tell. Somebody that's got 4K, I believe, I should check and see. I believe I'm broadcasting in 4K. Okay, let's go to stream. Yeah, it should be 4K. So you guys that have that gear, you should look and it should say 4K. 2160 is 4K, just so you know. It's not going to say 4K. Might. And then when we sign off tonight, all the chat will disappear. And after it disappears, sometime tomorrow or the next day, it'll be back, and YouTube will have reprocessed the whole video from tonight. So I've been on the 90D for a while, so why don't we try the ZFC? There's the ZFC. How you doing, ZFC? What you doing? Let's centerize this and put me like right there. Now, artistically speaking, you wouldn't put it in the center, okay? You would off it, rule of thirds, but the rule of thirds works in two directions, okay? Everybody tries to work the rule of thirds strictly this way, okay? I'll get it, the rule of thirds this way. But the rule of thirds also works this way. So having my eyes on the rule of thirds actually makes it more pleasant, because I see so many people doing this. I see people taking and centerizing themselves. I can't get any lower. And it just doesn't look right, okay? And that's why we operate with the rule of thirds. There we go. Hello, I'm over here. And the cameras will misfocus. There's no camera that's perfect. None. Zero. The most perfect camera has been this A7S Mark III, which is up for sale. Hint, hint. So if you want to buy Peter Gregg's A7S Mark III, it's on Facebook. Look for the Sony A7S Mark III on Facebook in the Miami area. So do a search in Miami, okay? And I'll ship it to you free, okay? Because I want it insured. I'm not going to be shipping that camera around. It's not going to be insured. I can't afford to buy it twice. So Lewis is talking to Lewis. I'm sorry for your loss, Lewis. That's from Lewis in Canada to Lewis in Hollywood. So Sly says, Randy, I'm not home yet. One more day of driving. And yes, I came out completely ahead at the Hard Rock. Probably because I didn't have time to stay and give it back to them. So I encouraged her, I encouraged Sly, instead of going up straight I-75, which is on the west side of the county, go over to the east side of the county and go up on I-95, which goes from here to Canada, Miami to Canada, okay, or take the Florida Turnpike, but stop in Hollywood and look at the Hard Rock Cafe. Well, she not only stopped, she might have gone in there for lunch, I don't know, okay, because they got some really nice restaurants. So apparently she dropped the quarter in and got a bunch of money out of that place. And I was so happy to hear that. She's such, and then she left. She got back on the road and Oklahoma, here I come with the money from Miami. Oklahoma, here I come. I'm richer than when I came. And it couldn't happen to a better person, right? You guys know Sly. You all love her, so wish her the best. She won something over there. It wasn't earth-shattering, I can tell you that much, okay? But it was nice, very nice. So Mark says, I hear you, Peter. She wants photos that would be shot in a studio, but I don't own a studio, so I have to figure that out. Well, this is where people skills come in, okay? She wants it in the studio, chances are, because she wants to show her belly, and it might even more than that. Of course, it needs to be in good taste, so she wants something private. So you might want to offer doing something at her house, someplace where she will feel comfortable, and you know, and you'll be the intruder, because if you bring her to your house, she might not feel comfortable, and I'm not joking around. You got to make it so she feels at ease, so she's more comfortable in her territory than in yours. And since you don't have a studio, okay, now the thing is, she might not want to do it in her house because she doesn't like the backgrounds, but there's a world-class photographer right on hand that can blur the backgrounds out with very low f-stops and make it look like she's never seen her house before. I'm telling you, if you want to talk about it, I've done it many, many a time. So, and I'm telling you, this is right up your alley. You are a winner at this part, because think of her as a building. Photograph the building. It's all architectural, you know. So, but I believe you could do it. I'm sure you could do it. If I had to place money, my penny would be on you. It'd be right there on Mark. No questions asked. And Randy is thumbs up. I don't know what he's thumbsing up, but he's thumbsing up. Mark, you could do it. He's thumbsing up. Sly, I heard you're still on the road. He's thumbsing up that he made it through the swimming episode of the flooding in his neighborhood. So Sammy says, that tune was great. I sang Sammy a song all night long, side by side. So Sly says, Lewis, I'm glad Aiden likes it. He's absolutely adorable. Oh my God, you want to see one of the most adorable kids ever? You got to see Aiden. And Aiden makes an appearance. Lewis picks him up every once in a while and he makes an appearance. So he's a cutie pie. So he took to that toy like a fish out of water. So where did I leave off? It was Charles. Hi, Charles. How you doing? Lewis, I'm so glad Aiden likes it. He's absolutely adorable. But that wasn't Charles. That was Sly. I did push the button for Charles, though. I love Christmas music. That's a really nice selection of songs. Oh, yeah, I was going to try to play you a song. I got sidetracked. Let's see if I could pick one out here. How about if we do the one that Sammy likes? Sammy's such a good guy. He's awesome. Anybody that's friends with Sammy has got it made. Sammy would be okay. So let me see if I can play this. I might have to push a few buttons here. So this will be Silent Night, and this is the version. I'm only going to play a few seconds, so don't think you're going to sit here and have to listen through the whole song. All right, but this is what it sounds like. I thought this was what it would sound like. So before I turn my microphone off, let's make sure that I can get the song to be running. Okay, I think it's running now. So that's Silent Night. Sammy happens to like that one. And I think I got everything back. Do I have my mic open again? Hey, wake up. What's up with the no focusing? When I sing a song, you focus on me. You don't focus on the mic. You don't focus on the back. You focus on the beater. Wait, I was just having a little conversation with my Nikon Zfc and making sure that it understood that it needed to be focusing on me. As a matter of fact, I want to get up. I want to make sure we don't lose the camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go feel the AC adapter that's plugged into the wall. And if it's cold and it's not warm, that means we will lose the camera. So it's got to be warm, and guess what? It's not warm. Okay, so we're gonna. I'm shutting the camera off for a second. Okay, and making sure this one is in. All right, so the new camera that's mine that's in here is actually functioning, and the one from B&H was not drawing power from the wall. Okay. All right, so if you want to know what just happened, the show is longer than the life of the battery. So I'm using the USB power plugged into the wall to power the camera. And what's happening is sometimes it doesn't take, and it just uses up the battery and shuts the camera off in the middle of the show. All right, and this is not a problem of me not setting the camera properly. This is not a problem of the cables. It's not a problem of anything but the Nikon itself. That is Nikon's fault. I made a video on that, and now I'm finding out they're having that same problem with some of their other cameras. So Nikon has a problem going on with that camera. So my recipe for that is turn everything on. Make sure everything is connected just like you would want to be, but don't hit the record button yet, or don't go live. Okay, while it's open and operating, open the battery compartment, drop the battery, push the battery back in, and the camera will come back on, and it will start sucking the juice out of the wall. Okay, so I've been doing that successfully. I've run the camera that you're watching right now. I've run that camera for 12 hours straight in a live stream, a private one. I mean, it's like I wasn't dressed. I had my t-shirt on. The one underneath here. See? Ooh, Peter, you got a white t-shirt? We don't show stuff like that. Okay, so I ran this camera for 12 hours straight, and it did perfectly. And then the next day I used it. We did the live stream. Okay, so I did the live stream on Wednesday night, and I turned it off, and the battery light charge did not come on. It should. It's plugged into the wall right this very minute. So I dropped the battery out, pushed it back in. When I say I dropped it, it means I didn't take it all the way out, look at it, smell it, lick it, and put it back in. I just popped it down so it lost the connection with the camera, and then shoved it right back up. Okay, so I did that. Now I just did that with the second ZFC that I've gotten in here, because the charger was cool, which means we could go black. The camera would stop. The mic would still continue, but the camera would stop. So I just dropped the battery and pushed it back in. Now you guys don't, a lot of you guys don't have the Nikon, so I know you're not that super interested in it, but those that have it, it's frustrating. So I figured I'd take a minute and say that's what was going on. So Lewis says, Sly, what's your lucky number? Lewis says, OMC, I could see the front focusing on the 90D. Sly says, Lewis, I don't really have a lucky number. I just put the money in and push the button. Sly is the one that pushed the button here that made the sales, the pre-orders for the CD go live. Ta-da! So I guess we're going to sell a lot of albums, guys. All of us, we're going to sell a lot of albums. So Charles is saying, hi, Mr. Camera Junkie. I was down in your area recently. My goddaughter is a professional salsada. I don't know what that is. Salsetta. And she came down from New York to perform in Hollywood at a studio a couple of Saturdays ago. So I'm guessing she dances the salsa, the Latin, which I'm in Miami. Hello? Latin? Can you say Latin? Hola, chiquitita. Pani a mantequilla. Chocolado helado. Ice cream. Chocolate ice cream. Yes. I know the important words. No. Yes. So that's cool. She came down here to perform at a studio in Hollywood. That's very cool, Charles. Very cool. Lewis says, Peter, should I get Logic Pro? I have been using GarageBand. You know, I've learned quite a bit about GarageBand, and it does quite a bit. Surprise! Okay, but if you want a high-end that's free, I forgot the name of it. I'll think of it. Okay, I think I've mentioned it to you once before. It's high-end, like Logic Pro and Pro Tools. It starts with an R. I just can't remember the name. I can't remember the name of it. And a lot of artists use it. It has, it's a very nice GUI. Lewis says, how did you teach yourself? That's a good question, because you need to do the same thing that I did. I would lay down in my bed, starting at 11, 12, 1 o'clock, and I would get on a topic like EQing. EQing is a really important part of making a song sound correct. Okay, so, and I would watch video after video on EQing. Some of the people don't know bullcrap about what they're talking about, but you will find that certain number of people that know, and you'll get it. You'll understand when somebody knows what they're talking about. So I spent a few nights studying equalization. That's what EQ stands for. I spent a few nights studying compression, which is equally important as EQing. And of course, I spend time here and there just figuring out how to run things, trying to move from here to left and right and stuff like that. You know, Jonathan started to teach me. Jonathan, the violin player, Jonathan Anderson violins. He started to teach me, but then he got involved in a move, and I haven't been able to communicate with him for a while now. But if you look at his Jonathan Anderson violin hymns, I'm hosting that live 24/7 for the last 2 or maybe 3 weeks. I don't even remember how long. So we've got like 24 of his videos here, and the Randall Tower, okay, is being used for hymns ministry, okay, and it just pumps out video after video in a live stream. And he's gone from a little over 300 subscribers to 344. He's trying to hit the 1,000 subscribers. So that's getting streamed out right now. As I'm talking, another computer is actually doing a live stream at the same time that this computer is doing a live stream. Can you say bandwidth? Can you say bandwidth? Okay, so how did I lose Lewis? Oh, he was asking how I taught myself. It's an investment in time in the study of it. I did not buy any course, okay? It's an investment of time, and you've been around long enough. You have been around long enough, Lewis, where you can tell when it's BS, when it's bullcrap, okay? When they make a video just because they want to make a video and get views, versus when they've got something of substance to teach. You'll know, okay? And then the same thing on that other software. I might have that installed here. Give me a second. Reaper. I have it installed. The Reaper one is free. It would replace Logic Pro. Okay, Lewis, pay attention, okay? Reaper, R-E-A-P-E-R, is a high-end for sound like Logic Pro. And they want you to pay, I forgot, it was $30 or something after 30 days, but they never shut it down. So you can keep using it indefinitely free of charge, okay? And if you feel morally obligated that they did a good job for 30 bucks, I'll give them the $30, okay? Okay, you can give them the $30, all right? So instead of sitting there with Logic Pro all night long, you sit there and watch people make records, make songs on Reaper. And I did watch. I actually liked it enough where I have it installed in the computer so that I could use it as a backup, okay? And take a look at Reaper. Free, 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 free. How much does it cost? It's free. But how much money is it? Free. What's the overall cost of operation of the industry's software called Reaper? It's free. It's free, okay? So get yourself Reaper and start learning about it. The main thing with cameras, lenses, Final Cut Pro, Adobe Premiere, Logic Pro, Reaper, is the tool has to become yours. I'm not just talking to Lewis. I'm talking to anybody that's listening. The tool has to become yours for it to work for you. If you need to move this from point A to point B, and you need to get the instruction manual out every time you need to move this from point A to point B, okay, it's a bummer. You can't get any work done. But once it's in your mind, oh, to move this from point A to point B, boom, done. Don't even have to look anything up. So the program becomes yours twice. The first time when you download it, install it, free or if you buy it, okay, it becomes yours that way. Then it becomes yours when you can go and you can create on it. And that's what all of us here are trying to do. Sly brought her 90D, and I went through the 90D. I'm sure I missed something, but I had to reset it and put settings into the proper places. Some of it was set completely wrong, and it wasn't Sly's fault because she bought it brand new out of a box, unless somebody else had the camera before her and they didn't tell her, okay? But some of those settings made it very hard for her to use that camera. And she prefers the 80D because guess what? The 80D works and the 90D screws up. Well, I found out some of the places where it screwed up. I said it all many times. When you get a new camera, reset the darn thing and start from scratch. You never know if somebody in the store picked it up and, oh, let me show you something. Like one guy is going to show his friend something. And in the meantime, for the next year, you're stuck with those stupid settings, and chances are they didn't know what they were talking about either. So it's really a wise thing to actually reset the camera when you buy a camera. Pop, pop, pop. Sammy says, I'm thinking of doing a stream with an interview on an old Mac. Okay, that should be, oh, and with an interview, oh, he's interviewing an old Mac. Does it talk back? Sammy, are these computers talking to you? When you go to bed at night, Sammy, do you hear voices? Mr. Camera Junkie says, cool, to Charles Dunkley. Lewis says, you're right, Peter. I don't know what I would do without you. I don't know what you'd do without me, too. But if I was not here, Sly would just take care of it for you. So don't worry about it. So I know I'm getting older. So if I die tonight, Lewis, don't get upset. Sly will be there to help you. Randy says, I get your notifications, Lewis. See, I was trying to tell you, I get his notifications also. So the notifications are going out. Where is my favorite Carlos? There he is. We were just talking about you, Carlos, when she was here. Let's help others grieve well. Be a good listener to those who are experiencing loss. And be grateful for your next breath, which is a courtesy of God. You know something? Not only are those good words, they're worth repeating, of course, and they wanted to leave, right? Let's help others grieve well. Be a good listener to those who are experiencing loss. And be grateful for your next breath because it is a courtesy of God. And if you don't believe in God, start now, okay? I'm not going to be evangelizing you. I'm just going to tell you. Decide to believe in God right now. Boom. Done. Was that hard? Did you have to donate money? Did you have to go to church? Did you have to go around the block 42 times? No. Just believe in God. Decide, I believe in God. There's a God. End of story. Do it. Courtesy of Carlos. Carlos is a something. He's a counselor, or I don't know, psychologist or psychiatrist or a think-patientist. You know, a person that helps you with your thinking. Okay? And a really, really nice guy. Sly had all good things to say about you, Carlos. I don't know how you got her fooled, but you got her fooled. She thinks, what a great guy Carlos is. I hope you're laughing. Sammy says, why? Oh, is that why you don't see my streams? You don't have notifications? You didn't do one Monday night. I went looking for it. You were out traveling around the country. And that was Sammy. So Randy, you get the notifications? Thank you so much. So yeah, we get notifications. I get it too. I haven't actually danced since Coco left us, but life goes on. She would want me to dance. So if she would want you to dance and you're not dancing, does that say something? Coco wants you to dance, but you're not dancing. So you're not doing what she wants. There's something wrong with that picture. She wants you to dance, then you know what you do? Dance. Starting today or tomorrow. I don't know what time it is where you are. Okay? So if she wants you to dance, don't be telling me about Coco and then you don't listen to what her desires are. Coco wants you to dance. I think you should be dancing. My God, it wasn't rocket science to figure that one out. Mr. Camera Junkie is thanking Norm. Norm gave his condolences to Lewis. You're the best. Thank you, everybody. Maybe it's the lens. Maybe it's the battery. Maybe it's the button. Maybe it's the... What are you talking about? Maybe it's the lens. What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about the fact that it's not super sharp? Don't worry about it. Nobody cares. That's number one. Number two, that lens is so old it might need a good cleaning. It could have, 25 years of dust sitting on it. I don't know. I found it. Actually, Sly found it. I didn't even find it. Sly found it. And I'm going like, I've been looking for that for a year. Well, it's right there. So, I just slapped it on, didn't clean it, didn't do nothing, so I don't have to look at it. You do. Peter, be nice. Mr. Camera Junkie says it's the mic, Myrtle. Yeah, I noticed that this has become an attraction for focus systems. So when I get a Fuji in here or something to that effect, let's put this over here, okay? When I get a Fuji in here or Olympus or anything, Myrtle's going to be giving a really good helping hand there. Let me screw up your focus for you, Peter. Lewis says, Carlos, thank you. Absolutely right. She would like that. And you're going to do what she would like. Instead of just talking about it, you're going to be a doer. You're not just going to be a watcher. You're going to be a doer. 4K for me. Yay, we're doing 4K. So Randy says ZFC can either 4x4, 3x3 in the settings. 4x4, 3x3. Oh, is that the sizes? Okay, there you go. That could help you with the shorts. The interview that Sammy says, the interview that I did with you the other week has 175 views. Wow, Sammy, I didn't know you were that popular, dude. It's that handsome face. I just know it's that handsome face. Sammy saying hi to Justin Brown, Primal Video. And of all things, thank you, Sammy. You kept me from actually skipping over Justin. Hey, from Australia. We've got a few people from Australia. Shane is down in Australia in the Blues, okay, and who else? David Osler is in Australia, and Justin Brown. Justin Brown, are you here? Yep, he's here. And he is saying hello from Australia. How you doing, Justin? Thank you for being here. I love you. Thank you for coming in and saying hello. And Sammy is the one that cued me that I missed that one. Okay, hi Justin Brown from Primal Video. And Lewis says, hello Australia, sorry to hear about your lockdowns. Yeah, they're screwed up over there with the lockdowns. It's hurting everybody. And Justin saying hi to everybody. Hi to everybody from Justin. Did you bring donuts? Well, you got to bring ice cream, donuts, candy bars. What else is it we like? We like popcorn, because this is kind of like boys' night out, but we got some girls in here too. Okay, so it's kind of like, think of it as like going to a card game. Potato chips. Bring potato chips with you, Justin. Next time, bring potato chips. Okay, so Justin is saying hi to everybody. And Raymond is saying hi to Sly, or he's talking to Sly. Sly, let's talk about money. What were your winnings? What are your investments? What do you think about cryptocurrency? Can you give us all some stock tips? Actually, she can. That's the ironic thing, Ray. She can. She can give you some stock tips. She came in here, and the first thing is, she said, stick out your tongue. So she gave me a physical, okay. Then let me see your financial portfolio. I need to make sure all is in order. I mean, she did, let's see your lights, your camera positions. I mean, the woman is a perfectionist. She's got to have everything just so. And she said, I cooked a good lunch. She liked my cooking. Ta-da! Should have made a video from the kitchen. Hey, Sly, why did we make a video in the kitchen? So wait, I like that one. Let's read it again. So Ray says, Sly, let's talk about the money. What were your winnings? What are your investments? What do you think about cryptocurrency? Can you give us all stop tips, whatever it is? What's your 401k? What is your IRA account? Let's get the ball rolling. Ray is one of the nicest guys you ever want to meet. I've talked to him on the phone, I think just once. Did we talk more than once, Ray? What an awesome guy. Beautiful, beautiful personality. So, Lewis says, Ray, what are your thoughts on NFT? I want to mint Coco. Okay, I'm not going there. I don't know what that's about. Peter, will you ever get a train set, or are you afraid of turning into YouTube's Mr. Rogers neighborhood? You mean a full-size one where I can run around here? The trouble with a train set, and yes, I'm very, very, very much into trains. O scale. Okay, O scale is, the engine is about that big. The track has 3 rails on it, and I've got a lot of, that goes back to when I was a baby. Okay, I think it was my dad's way of playing with trains. Let's buy Peter a new train. And then Dad was on the floor in the living room playing with the trains. Okay, so those were Lionel, and they are worth some money. And then we have MT something trains, Mike, whatever it is. And I have some of those. And the trains are awesome, but they make noise. Okay, they make N-O-I-S-E, M-O-U-S-E. So that kind of like dampened my... There is a train set behind me. You can see it blinking if I get my body out of the way. You can see the lights straight back from this elbow, okay? Look back to the tree, okay? The lights are not running, which means I bumped it, okay? But you could see the caboose, and that's a Christmas train. It's not an O scale. And I don't have tracks going all the way around the base, Ray. There's not enough room behind the tree to do that. So it's just there. But usually it has, like, it's a Christmas train set. So it's got the blinky little lights that, and it doesn't go. And when I push the button, it goes. Actually, I pushed the button before. So you guys have heard it. Justin says, Ray, yes, I need a camera. Yes, I'll need a camera on it. You guys just don't give up your day jobs, okay? Raymond, what are your thoughts on MFT? I think Ray was answering. Yes, he was. I wish I actually had thoughts on NFT, but my mind always goes back when I read or hear that acronym. So what is NFT? I know what GOAT is. You guys taught me what GOAT is. So what is NFT? Randy says Myrtle is affecting focus of everything. Good. That's what she's there for. Myrtle's got to do her job, and these cameras got to learn to get in line. I'm not being ornery, okay? But that's what Myrtle is. Actually, I normally have her like this. And I think I put her like that. Okay? But if I wanted to, I could put Myrtle to bed. Ow. And just lay her right down. Bye, Myrtle. Myrtle is gone. Okay. Now she's right there on the table. Okay, so let's see if the Canon 90D does any better. It's and it focuses better. So who is the critics? Who's the ones that are doing all the critiquing in here tonight? Now Myrtle's not there. Now what's your excuse? Now what's your excuse? Ray says, Justin Brown, Primal Video. Yes, a camera ought to give us the train point of view. And one of those cars needs to be a trailer that can bring small products to Peter, and he could talk about them on his shows. That would be pretty cool. When I was a kid, for my birthday, every year, Dad would make a train that went around on the buffet table and would have M&Ms. That's probably why I like M&Ms so much. It would have M&Ms and the salted peanuts and all kinds of stupid things that I never wanted to eat. And the train would go really slow, and people would take the M&Ms and put it on their plate or whatever. And maybe that's why I like M&Ms and trains. They kind of go hand in hand. So Sammy is saying hello again to Justin Brown, Primal Video. 12 hours. Wow. Yep, it worked for 12 hours. We're still white, so the battery's not running down. I've learned to look for that. So Justin is saying hello to Sammy Superstar. He's saying hello. Justin's saying hi to you, Sammy, because Sammy said hi to Justin a while back. And Lewis says, Justin, what are your top 5 YouTube cameras of all time? I think Lewis likes lists. Hello, Justin Brown. You've got the official welcome from Lewis, Mr. Camera Junkie. Chocolate ice cream, very important. The man knows his stuff. The man knows what he's... I'm looking at the wrong camera now. Okay, so this is without Myrtle. Are my eyes any clearer or sharper? Okay, don't forget, on this camera, it's a 20... regardless of what it says up there, I changed the lens. When Sly was here day before yesterday, she found this lens. Okay, so I put it on, but I haven't changed it. So this is a 24 millimeter 2.8 lens. 24 millimeter 2.8. That's what we got. Randy says, this is why we need a dummy battery for the ZFC and the Z50. I looked it up. They don't make one. This way we don't have to have the battery charging, discharging all the time, which will kill the battery sooner than later. So that's what we need, is we need a dummy battery system for the ZFC, the Z50. I think it's an EL25. Is that the right one? So Mr. Camera Junkie is saying Reaper. That's the one I was trying to think of, Lewis. Thank you for rescuing me. That's the one that's free. It works great. I've used it. I got it here in my computer. And you will absolutely like it. Justin Brown, welcome. I love your videos. You taught me a lot. A lot. So Ray says, Louis Lazuka, truthfully, I also know next to nothing about Ethereum and crypto. Well, you got Ethereum, you got crypto, you got BitLite, you got Bitcoin Lite and Bitcoin, and you got the one that I'm in. I'm in Algorand, and the short of that is Algorand. I don't know how to spell it. Algorand. That's what it's the way it sounds. That's how you just. And that one I do own. So, Lewis, Raymond, you had me fooled. Ray is smart. Ray is very smart. Not so good as an underwear model, but smart. I love chocolate ice cream and cake. German chocolate cake. Do you know something? I don't like coconut in cake, but I like coconut. Figure that one out. The shredded coconut, for some reason I don't like shredded coconut. Oh, Randy. Banana pudding with vanilla wafers. Randy. Come sit right here next to me, buddy. Bring your bowl of banana pudding with the vanilla wafers and an extra spoon. Yeah, it might not have much left for long, but at least you got the good stuff. You know what? You're right, Peter. No wonder you comment on my videos at 1 a.m. That's right, 4 a.m. Oh, do you have the time difference? I didn't know that, Louis. Yeah, I'm up all night. That's how I'm learning. You know, knowledge and wisdom is an important thing. As a matter of fact, in Proverbs, it says to go for that with gusto. Knowledge and wisdom with both your hands, and it'll come oozing out of you back. So go grab it, Louis. Go grab it. So I was up late studying EQ and compression and more. What was I? I was trying to figure something else out. Oh, I was trying to figure out how to make my voice sound richer. Not boomier and not louder. But, you know, when you listen to some of the pop songs today, their voice, I don't know, it's thicker. I don't know the right word, okay? It's just thicker. And I was trying, and I figured out how to do it. So that's, my songs have a thicker voice. It has the thicker voice. So Lewis says, that's why I'm getting the album, because I'm so proud of your hard work. I really am. Thank you, Louis. You're all right. You're all right. You're right, Peter. When I watched a Japanese fishmonger documentary, he said, if you love it, you will teach yourself, and if you don't, someone will teach you. I never heard that, but that's really good. I like that. I will try the 90-day trial for Logic and Final Cut Pro. Okay. That's good. Those are both top-of-the-line programs, but it's going to cost you what? 2 and 2 is $400 to get both of those. And I don't mind you spending the $400, but make sure it's the program you want to marry, because you will be married to it. And I can tell you that I'm married to both of those programs, and they work for me excellently. Lewis says, I just got a lav mic from Amazon and I feel like a superstar. So we got Sammy superstar, we got Lewis superstar. Oh my goodness, we are getting all the famous people in here. We got Justin Brown, we got Lewis. Oh, look who, Leo is here. Leo is from Germany. He says, hi from Germany, I am coming to you. Just from David also, is David winding up his show? David's show and mine many times kind of like interweave. David is an awesome, awesome guy. I think I just spoke with him the other day. I don't know if I texted him or spoke with him on FaceTime. But he's an awesome guy, wonderful personality. You just can't help but love him. So I'm glad you were watching him. So that means his show finished. It was longer than normal. Lewis says, hi, Leo. Is German chocolate cake really from Germany? Okay, might as well ask Leo. He's in Germany. God is the greatest. G-I-T-G. Get something. I know what goat means, but God is the greatest. Okay, Leo says, hi, Lewis. I don't know. So Lewis is just saying... Leo is just saying, I just eat it. I don't care where it's from. It's usually from the bakery or someone in the house made it. So, and Lewis is singing now. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. That's a hymn, in case you didn't know it. So Lewis is singing and dancing. Leo, German chocolate cake is my favorite ice cream flavor. I didn't know they made that into an ice cream flavor. It's got the shredded coconut, right? Actually, German chocolate cake is from Hawaii. Where do you think the coconut is from? Yay! So they took a chocolate cake. Somebody in Hawaii took a chocolate cake, I'm gathering from what Randy wrote, and they put coconut from the tree, and while they were getting the coconut from the tree to shred it, to put it on the cake, and another coconut fell off the tree and went boing, hit him in the head and goes, oh, look at my chocolate cake from Germany, whoa! And then he fell face flat into the cake. And that's how it became known as German chocolate cake. And if you believe that one, I have sand to sell you from Miami Beach. Randy, you are right. You don't know if he's right. He probably is. Randy says Mark Foss is from Australia too. Oh, that's another one. So we got Shane. We've got, okay, now I started something I can't finish. David Osler. We've got Mark Foss. We've got Justin Timberlake. We got Justin. So the Australian crowd, oh, Shane, I did say Shane. Lewis, I will ask my idol Izadal for it. I know the word, I'm not saying it right. My fault, not your fault, but my fault. You're right. I can't let myself be miserable. I can't imagine you being miserable. You just are not the miserable kind. You're so loving and bubbly. You're just dance my problems away, baby. No sunshine, ain't no sunshine when she's gone. I've got to be a doer. Now listen to yourself. You're good. You should become a psychologist person. A psychologistic, logical-bistic person. Okay. 4:3. No, shorts have to be 16:9. The same like a phone, not 4:3. 4:3. No, shorts have to be 16:9. The same like a phone, not 4:3. 4:3. No, shorts have to be 16:9. The same like a phone, not 4:3. 4:3. No, shorts have to be 16:9. The same like a phone, not 4:3. 4:3. No, shorts have to be 16:9. The same like a phone, not 4:3. 4:3. 4:3. No, shorts have to be 16:9. The same like a phone, not 4:3. 4:3. 4:3. No, shorts have to be 16:9. The same like a phone, not 4:3. 4:3. 4:3. No, shorts have to be 16:9. The same like a phone, not 4:3. 4:3. 4:3. No, shorts have to be 16:9. The same like a phone, not 4:3. 4:3. 4:3. No, shorts have to be 16:9. The same like a phone, not 4:3. 4:3. 4:3. No, shorts have to be 16:9. The same like a phone, not 4:3. 4:3. 4:3 I'm finding it doesn't matter what camera I use as long as I have enough light to shoot at ISO 100 to 200 ISO, and my lav mic, I'm golden for YouTube forever. Okay, let's see the results. But I like my shiny lenses. Okay, I have to agree with you. I like my shiny lenses too. So what is the focus system doing over here? I'm going in and out. Remember, I can hear that thing is zooming, focusing up a storm over there. There is Matt. There's my buddy Matt. Hi Peter, happy weekend. How you doing, Matt? I haven't seen you since last week. Were you here on Wednesday when we went live on Wednesday night for nine whole minutes? Have you ever seen me do a short show before? 9 minutes? Wow. But Sly was here, and we had lots to do, so we couldn't sit here and do a live show. Sammy says, maybe Lewis wants a new camera. Lewis always wants a new camera. Don't get him started, Sammy. Don't get Lewis started. Sly is laughing. Haha, I'm not a perfectionist. Bah, ha, ha. And lunch was amazing. Peter, you cooked way too much food, but I loved every bite. I wanted to make sure that she had plenty to eat. And she had plenty to eat. Lewis says, I don't think anything comes close to video for YouTube besides the iPhone 4K autofocus, and battery life lasts forever. They got good battery life? I have issues with my GoPro battery dying so fast, 35% after 20 minutes. Well, Sly brought down her action camera, which is kind of like the competition to the GoPro. Sly, my footing's starting to hurt. My foot is starting to hurt really bad. And I'm trying to sit and put my foot up on the little stool over here. Did I mention that I smashed my toe? Okay, so Sly's battery has been lasting all the way from Oklahoma, all the way back to Oklahoma via Miami. Sly, you're so kind. I hope I get to meet you all one day. Well, I'll meet you there or in the air. That's what they say. Sammy, I love cameras, but I don't think I can handle another camera. My mind would go crazy. Scotty says, Peter, when are you going to do the next Peter's Kitchen installment? You left us all with a cliffhanger. It's ready. It's in the can. Probably going to go live on Monday because I'm going to try to lay down in bed most of the weekend and keep my foot elevated. I'm in no mood to be going to no hospital. What camera has the best battery life? That's the only camera I get, and I'm not getting a battery grip either. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, I got different slippers or shoes, and I got a corn on my little baby toe. Okay, so the corn was getting bigger and bigger, and then finally I changed shoes. Duh. In the meantime, I smashed that toe with the corn. Bam! And oh, I can't tell you the pain. And ever since then, it's been 2 days now, it actually turned deep red. I thought I needed to go to the ER, okay? But Sly had me soak it in Epsom salt and warm water, and the color became like the rest of the toes, so they're all the same color. But the pain is throbs and throbs and throbs. So why did I tell you all that? If you know what to tell me what to do with the corn that's hurting and the toe is swollen, I don't have fever. Sly took my temperature, okay? I don't have fever, so it's not infected because she said it could be infected. It could be a spider bite. Okay, and then we determined that it's not, and that I need to keep it elevated and keep it soaked in the Epsom salts. So if there's more people that are like, home doctors, hit me with it, because the pain is pretty strong. And I don't want to live on Advil for the next 4 or 5 days. And don't tell me to go to the doctor. I already called the doctor. The closest appointment is Tuesday. So by Tuesday it'll be worse, and I ain't going to the doctor, I'm going to the emergency room. Or by Tuesday, it will have turned and gotten better. When I did soak the toe, the one that Sly made me soak it in Epsom salt, when I soaked the toe, okay, it felt better. Okay, I have to tell you that. Didn't get better. Okay, so now it's been out of the Epsom salts for what? How long have we been on the air? We've been on the air almost 2 hours, okay? But I have my foot elevated, but not a lot. It's not at the same level as my hip, which means the blood is still running down. And I could feel it. It's not like a heavy throb, but it's a throb that says, Peter, I'm here. Make sure you pay attention to me. I'm right down here. Pop, pop. So Lewis says, Scotty is right. We need a new recipe this week. Well, I got the other way to make the brisket, which is, what is it, version 2 or version B? And it actually tastes better than the first one. So I recorded, thank God, I recorded both of them. And we've got that going. So the recording is done. It just needs to get edited and put up. What camera do you use for now, Lewis? This week my mom made fish curry. Lewis, Sammy is asking you what camera you're using now. Craig, how you doing, Craig? Hi, Peter. What is on your Christmas list this year? Well, what's occupying my mind is getting the CD done. Because I thought, hey, okay, here's, you want to hear ignorance? Okay, I'll just sing 10 songs and put them on a CD, and we'll put them up online and people can buy them. No, it doesn't quite work like that. Okay, so this is June, July, August, September. What month are we in? October? I have been working on this CD since then. So there's no, the Christmas wish is, honestly, my best wish is that you hear the CD and you like it. I'm hoping that you don't hear the CD and you go, this is crap. Okay? I want people to hear the CD. And I don't want you to like it so you pat me on the back, good boy, Peter, good boy. Good boy, Peter. No, I want you to like it like, this is nice. This is very nice. That's what I was thinking when I made each of the songs. Because you can sing a song like you're caroling from door to door. You know, we wish you a Merry Christmas. Or you can make each one its own little nugget. Each song to have its own little personality. Each song to be done right. How about if we start there? Okay. So thank God I've hooked up with some amazing people. A guy named Maurice from the School of Berkeley School of Music. Okay, we hooked up somehow. I think it's a God connection. And he's pretty young. He's not super young. Okay, he's in his mid-20s. And he's got talent. That boy has got talent. I mean, he doesn't know that he's that talented. And he is. Okay. And so I arranged the song. So you've got a few days of arranging because I go over to the piano, which is over there. Okay. And I go, do I want it to go like this? Do I want it to go like that? And then it has to have a theme. Like Away in the Manger has a theme of a big band sound in the middle of it's got Glenn Miller. Okay. Then there's another one like What Child Is This? Is kind of like ethereal sounding. You know, it's kind of like looking in silently so you're not noticed on the birth of Jesus and going, what child is that? What child is this that's laid to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping? So I arrange all that out. Then I have a little conversation with Maurice, and Maurice brings it to life. He plays all the instruments beautifully in stereo, high quality, 32-bit wave form, whatever, files. And then when I get it in my hands, I have to come in here, and then I get Myrtle or Louise. I seem to be liking Louise a little bit better lately. And then I go, what child is this that's laid? And Louise and I dance. And then it's recorded. So those are the steps up until then. So now I got a recording in one hand, and I've got my music track in the other hand. Now what do I do with it? I got to go to the computer and I need a software. So I'm using Logic Pro. And I put the two together. And they sound But now, Lewis, I had to learn how to equalize this voice, how to do the compression. I have a tendency to, okay, it's called sibilance or sibilance or something like that. And plosives, that's when you pop your P's. Peter, it goes like this. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? All those P's are called plosives. You gotta get rid of those. They're not supposed to be there. When you listen to Michael Bublé, you don't hear him peeing all over the place. Puh, 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 okay? So all that's got to be taken care of. Then it has to go to a mix artist. And I use somebody on Fiverr. His name is called Bo Vallis. He actually is a Grammy winner. Grammy nomination. Grammy. He makes his own albums. And he's on Fiverr. And he will mix it. Then after it's mixed and I get all the songs done, then you take all those songs, you put them in a basket with the warm bread and everything, and then you cover the napkins over it so it's all nice and safe, and you take it to somebody that can master it. Why the hell it has to be mastered, I don't know, but I have to take them to get them mastered. But I can't do that till I have all the songs together, and I got one song left to do. And you can see what song is left to do by going, shameless plug, petergregg.com. Look for my picture right over here. It will actually be the CD cover. Okay, you click on it, and it will take you to the page, and you can see all the songs. And you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and bonus track. All the ones that are in green, they're all done, finished. Okay, the ones that are in black still have to be done. But one of them gets added to the green today, and that's the 12 Days of Peter, which is a spoof on the 12 Days of Christmas. Okay, so that means I technically only have one more song to do. So, don't ask me such deep questions, Craig. Jeez. Good golly, Miss Molly. So... Leo says, Peter, what do you think about the coming A7 Mark IV? I'm waiting to see what. Are they going to trip, or are they going to actually flip us out on how good it is? We are waiting to see. I'm guessing it'll get announced in November. That's my guess. The surprise would be it gets announced in October. My guess is it'll be $24.99. The surprise would be that it's cheaper than $24.99. I'm talking US dollars. Okay, so all that's still got to get unfolded. So Sammy, I use a GoPro 7 iPhone SE 2020, and I still enjoy life. I also have the EOS M with the Magic Lantern raw video put in, but Peter forbidden me from playing with the raw video. You can play with it if you want to, okay? I'm not going to be mean to you. I want to see you become productive, and you're just going to sit there and play with the raw file all day. I want to see the wonder of Lewis. There's a wonder that's hidden inside of you. I want it to come out. Come out, wherever you are. All right, so let's go over to the Z6 for a while. Hi, Z6. How you doing, buddy? Oh, you want to get close and intimate? Is that what you want to do? No, let's go to the one that Randy sent here for my birthday. There she is. There it is. There. All right, so this is the Nikon ZFC. It is running on juice from the wall. Let me go check, okay? We're going off now anyway. It's 12 o'clock. But aren't you curious to see if the battery... the adapter is warm or if it's ice cold. If it's ice cold, there's no power. It's only on battery. It's just running on battery. If it's warm, then guess what? It's actually running. It's warm, so we are running off the wall, ladies and gentlemen. We are running off the wall. Off the wall. Yes, we are. So it is doing very well, running off the wall. Okay, so now the other Z, while I'm over here, okay, I can't get the battery out. It's like stuck up there in the tripod. Should have happened by now. Okay, so that's the camera I'm on. I just put my hand over it. Okay, so the other camera is this one. And let's see if I can unscrew it from the tripod. Peter, what are you doing? Did you know you were live? Yes, I did. Okay. All right, so now that camera is live. There we go. That's a ZFC. And there we go. Okay. And that camera has a red battery. Okay. So I will take the opportunity to shut that one off and put that one back on. Okay. So now everything is back to normal, but we have a black picture. So I got to come over here to the control center and move some of these cameras around. All right, so that's the ZFC. This is the ZFC. This is the Canon 90D and the Z6. All right, so this one here is the ZFC, but I do have a picture, so I don't know why it's not showing me the picture. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Don't get upset. Okay, there she is. All right, so that one did not go out. That's the one that Randy sent here. Okay, so the other one, I guess I didn't pop the battery out very well. Okay, so now we are cooking with gas. So where did I leave off? I left off with Leo. What? Oh no, Leo asked me about the A7 Mark IV. Louis asked. He was telling Sammy what camera he was using, and let's make sure we got sound since I'm walking around. Louis saying I trust him. I ended up getting a light and a lav mic instead of 80% better videos. Okay, did I miss a point here somewhere? Sly says, Scotty, you're absolutely right. Peter, you need to cook the other half of the brisket. It's cooked. I've got it ready. It's ready to go up on the kitchen. That will happen Monday or sooner. Surprise! Is that the right camera? No, that's the right camera. It's marked as a ZFC. Scotty says to make vocals more robust, we need to do something called cubing. I use an accessory that creates a stereo signal from the vocals. It adds to the thickness. Sounds dead without it. Well, you're going to have to teach me that, dude. Hello? Okay, so I'm the one that put it on the wrong camera. Why is it doing that? Peter doesn't know. That's that camera. Okay, is that the correct ZFC? Okay, the only way if I could tell that's the correct ZFZ, the Kentucky Fried Chicken, is to go put my hand on the lens. Well, not on the lens, but in front of the lens. Okay, so that's the camera that Randy has sent in here, and that one has not gone out. This is the one that's ran 12 hours straight. No problems, nothing. Nothing, honey. Okay, so I got all that sorted out. And so Scotty's got to teach me something called cubing. You could bet your bippy that I'm going to look that up tonight when I'm laying down. Louis, guess what I'm going to be doing when I lay down in bed tonight? I'm going to find out what cubing is. Okay, because that makes vocals more robust. Thank God that didn't fall on my foot. You'd hear me screaming. That was the stool. It fell over. I'm trying to pull it in with my foot so I could sit on it. Okay, Sammy, you can get Logic and Final Cut Pro for $200. How do you do that? You better teach him before he buys it. Sammy, if you could get both for $200, don't just say it like that. I mean, you could save him half the money. Step up to the plate and help the guy do it, okay? Louis, I was thinking you can get the ZV1. It's a great little camera and it would work well with your shorts. You can get one for a great deal. Carlos, I mostly record audio directly into Final Cut Pro and use its mixer. That's what I started to do, but I was too embarrassed to tell anybody. Okay. And then Jonathan. Jonathan is the one that made the CD of the violin. Okay. So he did this CD. Let's straighten him out. Poor boy's falling over. Okay, so he did this CD, so he's showing me, or has been showing me, how to get to this point. So the first thing you got to do, this is the Viltrox, Randy. That's the Viltrox, so we got to decide if it's going to stay or go, okay? I started using Final Cut Pro because I know it so well. And then I finally broke down and got Logic because Jonathan suggested strongly that I get Logic, and I'm doing really well with it. Honestly, I'm doing very, very well with that. So I don't know why is the Viltrox having a little bit. If I look at the monitor over there, now I'm looking at the monitor on the wall. Okay, so I'm not going to look back. I'm going to actually take the glasses off and then put the glasses on. Okay, so I have a suspicious nature about the Viltrox lens. That's what's going on, in case you're wondering. Peter, what are you doing? What's all this jumbling? Okay, well, the stability of these machines needs to be there, meaning you need to have cameras that work for you when it's time for them to work. Okay, so if I go this way, if I go this way, okay. So the Viltrox lens is not a natural Nikon lens. It's a lens made in China by a Chinese company. It's half the price. So am I getting half the quality? Is it doing half the work? Because if it is, then I'm going to have to spend $800 to get the authentic Nikon 35mm lens, because that one doesn't really fail. Okay, so that's why I'm paying attention. I'm sharing this with Randy and the rest of you guys, because I know Ray is sitting there watching. He's looking. Is it going to focus? Is it not going to focus? Well, I'm doing the same thing, and I'm going to go back and watch it. Because if I don't have the confidence, okay, that I can't look at the monitor and it's going to screw up, guess what? Where's the box? I got to pack it up and send it back. Okay? Sammy, that's a great idea. The ZV1 is better than... No. Oh, no, no, no. 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 The E10. You should know that. Okay? I'm not correcting you or scolding you or spanking you, but you should know that the E10 is higher than the ZV1. And you should be able to tell me why. The ZV1 has what? What does it have? It's a 1-inch sensor. It's a small. Does it change the lenses? No, you can't change the lens. The E10 is a crop sensor, full crop sensor, and you could put your own lenses on it. So how could you possibly even say, oh, okay, this sentence, that's a great idea. The ZV1 better than the E10. No, it's not. But you got to decide what you're doing, dude, okay? I want to see more of you. You've got cameras to do it. Okay, you need to get production going and stop shopping. Okay, I mean, I am microphone crazy. It's like every time I find a new microphone, it's like, I want that mic, I want that mic. Okay, I want that mic, I want that mic. Okay, so you see how it pops out? It's popped out, and now it popped back in. I don't like that. I'm actually blaming the fact that it's a Viltrox, that's what's happening, because it's a Viltrox. So if you notice, I'm not budging my head or my eyes. I'm waiting to see what the camera's going to do, and it's deciding to focus or not to focus. Okay? All right, you guys want to try? The show is over, so everybody that wants to leave, go ahead, okay? All right, now, do you want to try something? Let's try something, okay? I'm going to switch over to the Nikon Z6, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to put the Nikon lens on the Randy body and the Viltrox lens on the other body. Okay, so the reason I switched it to the Nikon Z6, I got to shut the cameras off. Okay, so I'm taking this lens off. Okay, the Viltrox lens is off. And now the Nikon brand is off and is going on to the Randy body. Snap, okay. And now I'll put the Viltrox lens onto, let's call it the B&H body. Turn them both on. Now let's see if I can replicate the focusing that was getting screwed up. Okay. All right, so we are on the Z6. Let's go to, okay, so this is the Randy body. This is the one that Randy sent me for my birthday. I'm going to put my hand over the lens just to make sure we're actually looking at the correct one. Okay. All right, so this is the Nikon Nikkor lens instead of the Viltrox lens. Now, where was I seated? I was over here. I'm going to raise my leg up. Okay. So I think I was right around here, kind of like looking like that. And the Viltrox lens was actually deciding to take me in and out of focus, and the Nikon lens is not. Are you watching this, Randy? Did you go to bed? Did you go to sleep? Okay. So I also did that. Okay, so it focuses on Myrtle, focuses on me, focuses on Myrtle, focuses on me, focuses on Myrtle. I would have to say my conclusion is that I need to make a video about this and show everybody the difference between the Viltrox lens and the Nikon lens. The same 35mm 1.8 lens. Each company has its own. This one seems solid as a rock, and the Viltrox tonight was not so solid as a rock, was it? Okay, so let's get back to the show so we can finish this out. We can go to bed, or we can go and have ice cream. So Lewis says, actually, Sammy, I'm not sure I can get the ZV1 because of the battery life. Thank you for the suggestion. The E10 is great, but the ZV1, the E10 is great, and the ZV1, but if you want something easy, the ZV1 is a great one. Lewis says, I think I'd get the RX100 version 5A like Peter suggested because of the viewfinder. There's no viewfinder on the ZV1. I just need a strong battery. I would look at the E10. The E10 is actually on sale right now for $699. You're not going to get the 105A for $699. You better take a look. You better find out before they turn the sale off. Okay? Because that's $699? Crap! That's amazing. Matt says, I watched the replay featuring Sly, and she was awesome, wasn't she? Oh no, rest. Okay, if you could vouch for the battery life, Sammy, because I hate carrying extra stuff with me. I want it to work and not give up. Well, Sammy has the camera, I don't, so I can't tell you. I hope you feel better. Yeah, got to get my foot up. It's actually feeling better since I walked over there and came back. Do you have a battery bank? That would work too, says Sammy. Jim Mundy says, hi y'all, I'm late. Yeah, we're ready to go out. I actually stopped the show at 12, and I've been playing with the lenses to see why this one's focusing and the other one is not focusing. What is up with that? That was the best 9 minutes of my life. So happy to see you on your birthday, Peter. Thank you so much. Sammy says also clean HDMI would work nice for you. He's talking to Lewis, okay, and 4K. Leo says, Lewis, the iPhone 13 Pro Max has the best battery life. I don't have a hands-on, but Leo does, and you got it. I do have a battery bank, Sammy, but if I use that, then I might as well get a dummy battery for my EOS M. But you're right, clean HDMI is not only nice, it's necessary. Don't give me this nice business. No, that's not it. Don't tempt me, Leo. The Pro Max is incredible. 10-hour battery life. Seriously? 10 hours? 1 terabyte memory card minus the cheap looking cinematic mode. It's a game changer. Maybe I need to take a look at that. What's it called? The Pro Max? That's the new iPhone? Randy says FedEx is slowing my overnight priority package again. L-shaped grip from Small Rig for the ZFC. 2 days at BH and 2 days in New Jersey. 2 days in Memphis, 6 days equals overnight. Who's doing the math over there, Randy? They're not our friends, are they? Lewis says, Leo wants me to open my purse. All I want is the perfect camera. Oh, you're on the wrong channel. You got to go see my buddy over on Camera Conspiracies. Randy, if you be pulling my hairs out, so much for overnight shipping. Oh, Randy, if I were you, I'd be pulling my hairs out. Yeah. I think that these guys, UPS too, I mean, don't think that they're angels. Probably get it. I'll get it on Tuesday since they take 3 days off. Do we have a holiday coming? No. Lewis should have just surfaced it and it would get it sooner. He means a ground, just regular. I know people that does not even use the iPhone for YouTube Shorts or histogram. They use the ZV1. Okay. The reason I say that is you could get the ZV1 because it does vertical video and more. Okay, so you two guys talk that out. Okay. Sammy says, why are you teasing the TLM 103? I'm not teasing. When I get it in here, I'll tease it. But this camera's got to go back before I can get that in here. Sammy Superstar, you're a genius. Don't tell him that. His head's going to become really big. Oh, yes, let me remind him. The TLM 103, Peter, are you going to open your purse for that microphone? No. I'm going to test it. Because the more I'm doing the CD music, the more it's the skill level that I have in Logic Pro than it is in the microphone. So you know how you get with, I want better video, I better get a better camera. Is this camera better than that one? Well, I've been doing that with the mics. I need Louise, I need Edna, I need the TLM 103, I need the Warm, I need the Neumann, okay? And you know what? The AT4040 works just fine. I can EQ that and compress that to make it sound like it belongs perfectly in an album. Okay? But so far, of everything I've got, Louise is the top girl here. So Lewis says, let's get those album sales up, up, up. Okay, they are in the description. Pop, 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 pop. What happened to the Christmas hat? Sly gave it a thumbs down. Boy, am I going to get in trouble for that. No, I decided I wanted the original one that I made. That was an executive decision. Sammy Superstar, look what you made me do. You got me looking up the ZV1. I got it, sitting right over here. Wow, they even have a cage for the ZV1. So how much is the ZV1, Lewis? Check eBay or Facebook Marketplace. You will find some great deals on it, Lewis. That's from Sammy. Add a wide lens for the ZV1. Look what you made me do. I'm not supposed to be shopping for cameras. Louis, you're never going to stop shopping for cameras. I think you're going to be shopping for cameras till the day you die. Not that you're dying anytime soon. I promised myself I wouldn't buy a camera till 2022. Well, that's a big promise. 2022 is in 2 months. November, December. Yeah, 2 months. Wow, I was thinking maybe a new tie. Thank you, Craig, for saving me. A new tie would be awesome, wouldn't it? Scotty says, Peter, I visited Cypress Gardens 50 years ago as a kid. What is there now? It seems like they had a guitar-shaped pool. I don't know. That's not near me. That's far. But I don't know what's there. I know where you could find out. You could look it up on Google. If there was a Black Friday deal, what can I say? How do you say no to success and sales? Special sales. The fact that there is a mic jack equals happiness. Sly says, the Christmas CD is amazing. She heard it. She heard it. Peter added his own flair to each song, and they came out fantastic. This is the perfect Christmas CD to play as background music for all your holiday parties. Sly, I have a position open for marketing manager. Wait, what did she say? She said the Christmas CDC is amazing. The Christmas CD is amazing. Peter added his own flair to each song, and they came out fantastic. He put just the right amount of salt, just the right amount of pepper. The seasoning was perfect. This is the perfect CD to play as background music for your Christmas parties. Sammy says, oh, I feel bad now. No, Sammy, share with Louis what you know. He needs to know. Mark says, I can email what look she's looking for, and we could talk later on how to do it. I also want to come up with my own original ideas. Look for a guy named Cliff Mountner. M-A-U-N-T-E-R. Cliff Mountner is probably my favorite living photographer in the whole world at the moment. I have to be careful when I say stuff like that, because there's a lot of the really high-end photographers out there, and they kind of compete, okay? But if I was, let's say I was going to get married and I had all the money I needed, I would hire Cliff Mountner to come and do my wedding. That's who would do it. The ZFC just died. It didn't die. I screwed it up. It's still on. I screwed up the connection when I went over and played with the other ZFC. I tapped something, and it went. The screen went black. Okay. So what I did was I unlocked it. I better lock it back up. Thanks, Louis. Okay. So I unlocked it, and I went over where it says camera. Louis knows what I'm talking about. And I picked the correct HDMI connection, and she's still alive. It did not die. That one didn't die. The other one, not so good. Okay, so Louis says, Sammy, you're making me have to rethink things in life now. Oh, man. Well, Sammy's a smart guy, so he'd be one I would be listening to. If you get a E10, you have a mic jack and a headphone jack. So Louis says, Sammy, a headphone jack too. Really don't tell me the lens is f1.8, then I'm sold. On the E10, you put your own lens. So you could put a 1.8. You could put a 1.4. Okay, close. 24-70 lens, 1.8 to 2.8. I understand. This little ZV1, it's better than I thought. Oh, the ZV1. All right, so the E10, you've got to put your lenses on. The ZV1 actually comes with the built-in high-quality lens. Peter is not wrong. Raw video takes so long to transcode to ProRes 422 and color in DaVinci. Sammy says, yes, Lewis. And Lewis says, my mind is blown. I didn't even think the ZV1 was good because it was a pocket camera. It's quite good. Where'd you get that idea? Sammy says you can get a blurred background with the ZV1 even if you're an f2.8. It's skill. Sammy knows. I'm shocked. Sly says, good night, everybody. Have a great week. Okay, so Sly's closing out the show. Good night, Sly. Mark, I still think the X-T3 is the best bang for your buck camera out there. Randy says, Sly, stay safe. Yeah, she's still on the road another day. Yeah, I think she's scheduled to be back at tomorrow night. We are all just talking about cameras now. Lewis, I think we will never find the perfect camera. But you guys got me interested to see what the heck this Apple phone is about. Mark, what do you like about it and what lens is your favorite? I know nothing about Fuji lenses. Viltrox on manual, breathing is automatic. Randy, that didn't make sense to me, buddy. Viltrox is not on manual. It's on automatic. And breathing is automatic? I don't understand that. There's no breathing going on here. This is the Nikon lens. So if you're saying you don't like the Viltrox, say it. I want to hear. The House of the Silent Night is in my head. That is my favorite from the whole album. You like that one the best? I like that one too. Okay. Peter, sorry, we went out of control. All I want is the perfect camera. You keep putting that. Randy says, put the Viltrox on manual. No, if it doesn't, I don't want a manual camera. I'm sitting here now because of my toe, but I'm not going to lose the mobility and the ability to walk around. I think I'm sending it back. We'll talk about it before any final decisions is made. Sammy is laughing, and Lewis is laughing. Can you use the ZV1 for live stream broadcast? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out if we can actually use the ZV1 on a live broadcast. I don't know if we can do that. Now, where can we find a live broadcast? Where can I find a live broadcast? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, there's one right there on my screen. There's a live broadcast. So let's switch over. Oh, I don't think the ZV1 is connected. No, it's not. It works perfectly. It's on. I have the new Randy computer plugged in there. Okay, so that's what's going on with that. Okay. There was a boy, there was a girl. She lived on the twilight light of the mountain. Sammy says, no, Lewis says, can you use the ZV1 for a streaming broadcast? I've used it many times here, Lewis. Live, streaming. You should know the show well enough to know that I actually had it. No, buy the Megadap ETZ11 and put the Sigma 16 1.4, which you own. No, buy, no buy. No buy the this or that. Sammy says the E10 is better. I agree with that one. Sammy says yes, Lewis. The E10 is better for live streaming. The E10 is a better camera. It's not better for live streaming. It's not better for taking pictures. It's not better for video. It's a better camera. Okay? The E10 is a better camera. So that makes it better for everything. The ZV1 is a lower level camera. Sammy says, I use the ZV-E10 for live streaming. So Sammy has the ZV-E10 with live streaming. When I was on the show, I think he was actually using the ZV-E10 on that show. Lewis says, Sammy, are you sponsored by Sony secretly? Is this a brand deal? You deserve to be sponsored by Sony. Sammy says the E10 is better. You could switch out the lenses. It's got, if you don't have the money yet, buy me a cup of coffee and ask your fans to help. Sammy, are you going to behave? Not a fan of the ZV1 steady shots. I'm spoiled by the GoPro Hyper Smooth zooming. The action camera that Sly has is actually, I think, a little bit better than the GoPro. So Sammy says, Lewis, I'm just a content creator. That is a live streamer. Okay, let's jump the conversation there. Lewis says, I owe Peter 1,000,000 coffees. I want a milkshake. I want a milkshake. I like milkshakes. You could knuckle the focus while changing the batteries like Tony. I might have done that. Okay, but she's working fine. The ZV1, the ZFC never got interrupted, even till now. Let me go feel the battery charger. So the camera that you have in here has not stopped. It's still on. The battery is full charged. That's the camera. Now the other one has got its little problems going on. And I don't know what they are. So, okay, when I turn, it killed its battery. That's what the problem is. All right, so I turned it off and the yellow light's on. The problem that I'm having right now, Randy, is the charger is not warm. So I'm going to take a chance and pop the battery out, okay? And then pop it right back in. Okay. All right, so we're on that camera. Still going strong. Sammy, the Bluetooth. Something is insane. What the heck? Sammy Superstar, it looks so good. Okay. Carlos says, listen to Peter. Don't get caught up in the footnotes and instead focus on producing. I love to watch those creators who are using their iPhones and just produce content week after week. It's the content. You guys are more interested in having fun with your cameras than you are in producing content. And it's about content. Carlos is completely correct. You need to be producing content instead of, do I want this camera? Do I want that camera? Do I want this lens? Do I want that lens? Okay. You pick out what you need and then, but you never make it to the content production. Now Sammy has got the E10 and he's making content. Lewis, you're still buying a camera. You have been buying a camera the whole year. Make the content. Stop shopping. Don't allow yourself to shop, even if somebody comes and dangles it in front of you. You need to do what Carlos just said, okay? Carlos said, I love to watch those creators who are using their iPhones and just producing content week after week, okay? I understand that what camera shopping is all about. I get caught up into it myself, but at a certain point, it's either poop or get off the toilet. Or get off the pot, is what they say. Okay. Lewis says, Carlos, you bring me down to earth. You are so right. Carlos, thank you for encouraging me. Sammy, who's a teenager, is telling you, Lewis, yeah, you need to start creating videos. Sammy does his shopping. He meets content creators. He mingles. But you know what? Week after week after week after week after week after week, Sammy is making content. So you got to join that club. The VA only records 4K for 5 minutes before overheating. So that would be the R100 5, the version A, only records 4K according to Randy for 5 minutes before overheating. So he has the camera. Randy has that camera also. So he knows. Randy, I totally forgot all about. I'm learning so much from all of you. I invest in this because I have been streaming for 6 years and have been doing content for 7 years. And Sammy is laughing at something. Sammy, you getting sleeping, big boy? You're getting sleepy? You should be ready. You should be ready to hit the streets. At your age, you should be full of energy. B&H notified me that they're having issues filling positions and expect delays. Wow, that's interesting, Scott. Do they need people to work? Maybe I could fly up there and get a job at B&H. Lewis, E10, you need to pay more to get an f1 lens. Okay, I'm going to pop down past all the inter-conversation we're having. And Lewis messaged me on Instagram. Mark is telling you to message him. And they are interacting again. Bop, bop, bop. Mark says mdm.films for Lewis. That's his website. Sammy says, is that cool? Are you making your TikTok posting? iPhone 13 Pro Max is what everybody is talking about. I'm going to look that one up, Randy, and see what the heck is going on with that. Leo says, Lewis, I ordered the iPhone 13 with 1 terabyte. I think you have to do it also. Apple's making inroads, aren't they, into this stuff? Okay, Carlos says exactly, Lewis, all about the storytelling. And Lewis is saying happy birthday to Peter. And Leo, the graphite is beautiful. Randy says we will talk after the stream. Notice a lot of noise on Peter's birthday ZFC. That's the one we're on now. Noise on this? It's at ISO 320. Let me check. That Nikon doesn't put no noise. Randy, put your glasses back on. ISO 320, 160 at f1.8. There's no noise. That camera can go up to ISO 800 with no noise. So you might have been seeing the other one. Bum, bum. Carlos, that's why you're the master. The story is king. Why would you use USB from the Canon M? That's Sammy. There are videos you can get the Ecamm free trial for. And he's saying that to Lewis. Lewis says, how much is Ecamm? Ecamm.com will tell you their pricing. And, oh, there, we got out of focus. And that's on the Nikon. Let's make sure. I'm sorry, yeah, the Nikon lens. The Nikon lens. So we did get a spot of off-focusing. Yeah, okay, that's the Randy camera with the Nikon brand lens, not the Viltrox. So I did see it pop out. All right, guys, we have reached the end of the show. Remember, I pray for each and every one of you every single night, night after night after night. If you want to, you could pray for me. Pray for each other. We have become like a family in here, important to each other, to see each other, to love each other, and to feel like we are part of a community. Okay, so that is it for tonight. God willing, I will see you next week. I'm going to go and put my foot up because the pain is like really, really high right now. I've been standing, how long have we been on? And 2 hours and 40 minutes, okay? So that is what we have been talking about. Cameras, fun, food. Leo is giving me a thumbs up. Good night, everybody. I love you guys. I look forward to being together on Friday night, and I am grateful for each and every one of you. God willing, I'll do a live show Sunday night at 9 p.m. Okay, so that's about it. So good night, everybody. See you later. Bye. Bye-bye.